Alright, how's it going everyone? My name is Theron, and welcome back to another Fire Emblem Heroes summoning session. Today we have the new Mythic banner featuring Askr, which, IMO, I kinda saw this coming because for the past 2 years, they've always been releasing the Faye as a Mythic around this time. Because we had, I want to say it was Plumeria back for Book 4, and then last year it was Dagger, I believe. Yeah, that sounds about right. So this was kind of a predictable banner, even if Askr was just introduced to the story. It was inevitable that he was going to be added onto this month's Mythic banner. But he's probably got one of the best Mythic kits, at least for a defensive tank, that we've seen to date. He has the Illuminating Horn, which has the built-in slaying effect, plus 5 to all of his stats, and a 20% true damage, as well as 20% damage reduction based off of his own defense, if he either initiates combat or is nearby two allies. Not two allies. Nearby any allies that are within 2 spaces of them. That's already really solid. And of course, this transformation gives him plus 2 more attack, plus 7 to his damage on special, and he has the new tempo effect. That's a really solid defensive tank there, and he's infantry, mind you. You don't really see a kit this good on somebody like the Lion King, who's a colorless beast, but he's armored. I'm just saying, he's just one beefy bull right now. That's all I got to say about Askr. Also got the new Bulwark skill. We're starting to see this being introduced. Can't wait to see what else they do with it. For attack and defense, it's basically better obstruct is the best way I can describe this. Because if the foe range is 1, so they're melee, they can't move through an adjacent space that Askr is standing by. But if the foe's range is 2, then it's 2 spaces nearby Askr. Tried to put that into words that are easy to describe. I really can't, but the weapon description spells it out perfectly. And of course, it also has a built-in low attack defense, and it heals him for 7 HP. Pretty solid. So I have seen that it's inheritable to infantry melees, which makes sense. So Base Lucas is going to absolutely love that B skill. Oh. Alright, we got a Celica right off the bat. Interesting. Not really who I'm going for green. Her kit does need a little bit of work, but I mean, hey, Swift Sparrow 3, not bad. I can't wait to see what they do for her inevitable remix. Especially since we now have the Oath 4 skills. It's kind of guaranteed she's going to get that, so anybody who's thinking of foddering Oath 4 to their legendary Celica, hold off, please. Because it's going to happen. I can guarantee you that right now. Okay, and back-to-back green tomes. I've already got a plus attack version of you, so you're just fodder. Anyway, last skill for... what? Okay, 2 5-stars in a circle is good luck. This is just what the hell. Hi, Peony. Excuse me? What is this luck, and where were you on the past few banners? Ooh, plus attack. I think that's already better than the one I have, so I will take that. Plus, Peony's a really good blue flyer, other than Legendary Azura. But again, what the actual hell? Alright, well, Let's see if any of the other blues want to show up. But anyway, Askr's unique skill, Open Domain, as at our turn, it grants resonance blades and shields to units and allies within 2 spaces, and -1 to the allies' special cooldowns if it's at their maximum. But it only works for allies that aren't from the Fire Emblem Heroes games. So literally anybody that isn't from Askr, Hell, Niflmuspel, etc., they're not going to benefit from this. Which everyone is finding hilarious because, like, we've seen how open he is and how friendly he is towards Alphonse and Sharena, and yet his C skill is saying, oh no, I don't really care about you guys, I just care about the actual heroes you summon to this world. That is hilarious, and I love it. Oh! We got the Bowman! Let's go! Sweet. Oh my god, and he's plus defense. I will take it. Oh, he's gonna be one tanky boy for me. I will say, though, I'm a little disappointed in his beast form, because they've said multiple times he's a dragon. And what I was hoping, and a few other people that I know were hoping for, was it was like that, those dragons that don't really have wings, but you can tell that they're a freaking dragon just from the scales. Like, we were hoping for something along that size, not an actual just bull, if you will. Still, he's got one of the best beast designs in my opinion, just because of how much fur he has in his transformed state. He looks so soft that you could just sleep away the day on his back. He looks awesome. But again, I was hoping for something more dragon-like, but also that combined aspects of a bull into it. But he's still good. And add more Vital Astra fodder, let's go! That's literally all Ascended Maria is to me right now, just Spurn and Vital Astra fodder. Oh wait, no, I already have your good IVs. I don't need to do that. That's right. Red is the next focus. Okay, and yeah, let's just move on to the Q&A as I randomly get a leaf somehow. Anyway, and a little reminder for the Q&A portions of the video, if you ever want to ask me a question, just leave it in the comment section down below. I'll put it on a Word doc, and again, if there's time in the video, like there is now, I will absolutely answer it. But the first 3 questions, actually, come from Chris England, always there with multiple questions. Thank you. His first question is, I currently play on my phone. Do you have any recommendations for recording off of an Android? Unfortunately, I am on iOS. What I do is I use an app called Reflector 4 to screen mirror from my phone and project it onto my PC. Unfortunately, I don't know any applications for an Android that could help you with that. One thing I will say though, find something better than Reflector 4. I know I'm using it. It is causing me a lot of headaches most of the time. Because, look, I'm just going to say this right now. First time I open it, every time I record, it always bugs out. It always closes the screen mirror for me. And then I have to restart my entire PC just so I can get an actual recording going. So anything better than Reflector 4 will be very helpful to you. Just saying. But again, that's for iOS. I don't know about Android, though. I think you can just project that to your computer. But again, don't quote me on that. I would do some research for that. And then his second question, there we go. With Legendary Mythics being phased out, do you think IS will ever add the older ones to the regular pool? Still missing Duma, Landreed, and Xena. I want to at least +1 all the others. Also, if not, that makes the older units impossible to get for new players. Oh, I mean, you're not wrong. They are tricky to get, I will say. But I wouldn't say they're being phased out. It's just power creep is always going to happen. We're always going to get units that are far better than the previous ones we get because that's how power creep works. And I feel like unless Intelligent Systems does something drastic to close the gap between old-gen units and new-gen units to make them, you know, on the same playing field, like that gap is just going to keep getting wider and wider. But I don't think they're ever going to add them to the regular pool, just because we already have a good system right now, at least, of, you know, these legendary mythic banners, as well as the legendary and mythic remix banners that are being added every month or every other month, depending on which one you talk about. So it's not like they're being phased out, it's just, I'd say it's just power creep being the complete piece of crap that it is. It's always going to happen, but I don't think they're ever going to add them to the normal pool. Just because they already have a good system in place for letting players at least attempt to get the units that they want. But I wish you the best of luck getting Duma, Lyn, Reed, and Lucina. Because at the very least, Duma and Reed are really fun, and Lucina's remix has made her extremely powerful now. So if you get them, congratulations. You have effectively made the game a lot easier for yourself. More Vital Askr fodder. Let's go. Now, remember when everybody thought that would be her unique special, and then we were all freaking out that you could just inherit Vital Astra? That was a wild day. That made the sales for her banner just skyrocket. That was a fun time. Anyway, on to Chris's last question. Coming up on the 7th CYL, and the only games to have no units is Thracia. Aside from Reinhardt and Merida, what are your top 3 picks from that game to win a spot for a Brave unit? I don't... Okay, you kind of have a... I don't mean to correct you on this one, Chris, but... I know you meant Ascended, Merida, and Ishtar, but I don't remember them being the Brave unit. That was itself, obviously, for genealogy, but we don't have a Thracia. You are correct. But I think you were mixing the Ascended units and Brave units for a second there. Not to correct you, it's just honest mistake. Characters from Thracia to win a spot on Brave. I mean, obviously Leaf. It's always going to be the main lords that people will want. We've seen that that's basically just a pattern for Brave heroes. Except for Fates, because we only have Camilla as the Brave rep from that game. Come on, people, where's Brave Azura? Where's Brave Corrin? Like, please, just go for one of them next year, that's all I'm asking. But I do like your idea with a Brave Reinhardt. He is incredibly popular to win that spot. The other characters. Possibly Olwen, actually. She's gotten some popularity thanks to Faye. Nana, definitely. Because, I mean, we've seen the main lords, and I would kind of consider Nana to be the main lord alongside Leaf. And I know technically she's not a Thracia unit, but Juggirl nonetheless. Julia. I can definitely see her winning a Brave ult sometime. Because again, her ults are really powerful. I don't see why they can't do that for her. Just saying. Yeah, those would be my top, what did I say, 4, 5? For a Brave banner? Something along those lines. Yeah, those would be my top picks for a Brave hero. But like I said, please, next year, vote for Azura. This is all I'm gonna ask of you. Just let her win the Brave ult. I don't care if she gets second place, just, please, a Brave Azura, one of these years, that's all I ask. That sounds so petty of me. And then the next question comes from... I apologize if I mispronounce your name. I believe Emily Erickson? Again, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. It's... Never seen a name spelt like that, that's all I'm gonna say. But they ask, who is your favorite unit to use in Faye, and what's your favorite Fire Emblem game overall? So thank you for the question, Emily, and favorite unit to use in Faye would have to be... Well, this is me, so it's actually a 6-way tie, that's right, between all the Azura ults. I just love Azura so dang much. I always use her in any game mode that I can. I even try to... I'm sure a lot of you have seen this, but I always try to beat a Legendary or Mythic with just the Azuras. It's just so much fun to use my favorites to beat a map. I just love doing it so much. And it doesn't matter which Azura ult I talk about, they're all my favorites. I just love her so dang much. And then favorite Fire Emblem game overall, that would actually be Fire Emblem Fates, because it was the first game that actually introduced me to this franchise, and it really just kickstarted, me just loving the games. And yes, I know the game gets a lot of crap for, well, a lot of reasons, actually, and many of which I do agree with, but that's not the game's fault. That was more of the writers and the directors, with a little bit of miscommunication, as well as a lot of mistranslation from Nintendo of America. It's not the game's fault, there was just a lot of problems already going on. But it's still a fun game, and I still love it to bits. Who in the heck do I choose? I already got 2 Peonies, 2 Maritas. I got the Askr. Arthur and Celica, I've already gotten them. Hmm. You know what? I think I'll go for the Plumeria merge. Just because I want to get her more merges. Let's at least get the other fairy that's on the banner. But once again, to Chris England and Emily Erickson, thank you so much for your questions. I just love answering those sometimes. You... Blessing and the Celestial Stone. Sweet. I don't need to do anything because you're not a new unit for me. Just emerge. But that is going to do it for today's summoning session. Very, very eventful, especially at the beginning. How I summoned 3 focus units in one circle, and then the next circle I got Askr, I will not know how that happened, nor can I explain it. It just happens sometimes. Thank you all so much for watching, and again, thank you to the people who provided Q&A questions. I always screw up this outro, I don't know how. What do I always say? As you can tell, I don't run a script for any of this, I just try to remember what in the heck I do. Right, that's it. So, you can tell this is just scuffed as all heck. Crap. I'm leaving this in, by the way, just so you can see how cringy I am. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did summon on this banner, because, let's be honest, it's Askr, you gotta go for the cow man at least. I hope you had amazing luck on this banner. If you did, let me know who you got down below in the comment section. I always love seeing your results. And if you haven't summoned yet, I wish you all the luck in the world. But with that, I'm Theron, and I'll see you next time, because I need to get out of this extremely scuffed outro. But until then, farewell, and game on.